Bog Hollow in Kingston is a family-owned and operated cranberry farm. Each year's harvest is complemented by an educational program where youth learn about planting, harvesting, and producing cranberry products. Bog Hollow also features some additional October happenings, so PACTV Community News decided to ride along for a late October tour.
I'm Lydia Mathias, and my husband and I are the owners of Bog Hollow Farm in Kingston, Mass. We've owned the bog since 1988, but have been in the cranberry business since the early 70s when we've owned other bogs. And this bog has been in my family since my grandfather bought it back in 1928. My uncle took it over in 1950, I guess, after World War II, when my grandfather passed away. And then my husband and I took it on in the late 80s and have been running it since. There's 16 acres of bog here, and there's a total of 100 acres of woodland that is surrounding this property. We also now run a pumpkin patch where we invite families to come and they can take hay rides. We have hay wagons. We take hay rides to the back pumpkin patch, which is in the back of our 100-acre farm.
The dry harvest, when they comb the berries off the vines, is when you get dry cranberries.
My husband and I have started an educational program where schools can come and learn how a cranberry is grown and how we preserve the upland that we do, the natural habitat that we preserve. And the educational program is really dear to my heart because I was a former teacher. And so we have elementary schools, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th graders come and they learn about the cranberry. And they actually go on the cranberry bog and pick cranberries. They make a bog to take home in a little plastic cup. And they go into the woods and, as I said, learn about the habitat. And they also learn everything that a farmer would do all year round to produce their crop. Some kids think that they go to the store and buy their food off the shelf and it's already there, but we teach them where it comes from and how much work it is to grow a crop. It was actually grown like wild in the dunes of Cape Cod with the sand. It grew in the sand wild, and the early colonists were able to harvest it themselves, and the Native Americans also used it. Because the cranberry is the native cranberry of Massachusetts, we really want them to learn about the cranberry. We have 2 sons, and they are getting involved in the business. One son is going to take over the bogs from us and actually become a wet harvester. There's 2 ways to harvest cranberries, wet and dry. We have always been, since the day of my grandfather up until last year, dry harvesters. Only 10% of cranberry growers dry harvest. The other 90% are wet harvesters. That's that spectacular cranberry that you see floating on the water. On a beautiful day like this, it would be a wet harvester's dream to have a day like this to harvest.